coming to y'all once again through the technology of live streaming through Facebook. Last night before a class, I told everyone, if y'all are getting tired of this, let me know, because I can easily just film them and plop them right onto YouTube. I have had some people say that they enjoy the live streaming. I think it gives us that little bit of connection that we've lost while we're in social isolation. But anyway, let me know if you don't need me to do this anymore. I can easily just film them and put them on YouTube. That being said, I've had quite a few requests for meditation, some guided meditations, and so I actually just went down to the point and filmed one. It was so cold and windy that when I came back and listened to it, I couldn't even hear my voice because the wind was so loud and whipping up against the phone. But I learned how to do a voiceover, so all of this is really teaching me some new things with technology. So I went ahead and uploaded that. So if you're interested in practicing a quick 12-minute guided meditation on contemplating the senses and just concentrating on your senses, it's already on YouTube. So tonight, though, I was wondering what God wanted me to say, and I was flipping through Facebook, and I saw Kirk Cameron, who was also live streaming from his porch, and he was talking about fear. And he said that one of his good friends, who's a pastor, Alan Jackson, who lived near him, had always said that maybe we should think of fear as a visitor, as a uninvited visitor or guest, and that we should remember that God tells us to fear not. So the Bible verse tonight is Isaiah 41:10, where God says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God." I think right now a lot of us are living with some type of fear or anxiety or just uncertainty of the future and what it holds. And so I think this Bible verse is very appropriate for us to remember and for us to remind fear that he's not welcome, that he is not anywhere near as big as our God, and that our God promises us that he is with us and that we are not to be dismayed because he's our God. So as we think about that, come to that place where you can be still, where you can let go of fear, where you can rest into the assurance that God is with us, that God has control over all of these things that we fear. Heavenly Father, we come to this place once again, this place through virtual lines and technology, but yet we are still all here together. And we know that even virtually, where two of us are gathered together in your name, we know you're here. We need these reminders right now, Lord, especially right now, that you are with us. Sometimes we don't feel you near. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed and discouraged and afraid. Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord, as we have these times where we do fear the future, the outcome of this situation that we're going through right now. Help us to remember that you are so much bigger than this, that you created everything in this world, and that you will be with us always. Lord, we are scared. We're scared of a lot of things. Maybe we're afraid of friends who are out there on the front line, those healthcare professionals, those paramedics, firefighters, those people who are needing to be out at work, who are essential, who have to be there, who have no choice, and who might very well come in contact with this virus. We ask even more protection around them, Lord, and we ask that you take away any fear that they may have as they're keeping us safe and taking care of us. And Lord, we ask that you help us to remember as we are home and isolated to pray, not only when we get afraid, not only when we have fear, but just to pray and stay in constant communication with you. Lord, we know that the more that we focus on you, the more we stay in contact with you, the more that we trust and have faith in you, the less fear we will have. So Lord, be with us here tonight as we practice yoga. Keep us safe. Help us to remember not to push ourselves to a point of pain or strain. And help us, Lord, to, at least in this next hour, to let go of fear so that we can relax and have some time of self-care, some time of rejuvenation, rebuilding, rebooting, so that we can go back to our families, maybe just being with ourselves, but go back being stronger. Our faith being stronger, and our belief, just all of that strengthened. We ask all these things in your precious name, dear Lord. Amen. Take your deep breath in. And as you breathe in, allow your face to climb skyward. Take a breath in and out. Now let the chin float softly down into the chest, stretching through the posterior portion of the neck this time. Start to allow the head to move in a circle, one way several times, and then the other. Breathe. The next time the chin passes over the left collarbone, let it reside there. Then lift the chin, tilt the head back, breathe. Now allow the head to rotate in a circular fashion once again, working out tension, tightness, stress, fatigue, fear. When the chin rolls over the right collarbone, let it rest there. Lifting through the chin now, tilting the head back, relaxing through the face. Breathe. Nice. Bring the chin back down to the chest. Bring the arms back behind you. Letting the shoulder blades reach towards one another, the arms lengthen. And then lift the head and face up. Let the weight of the head draw the head back closer to the shoulders. And then bring the head to neutral. Bring the hands to heart center. Set your intention. Set your intention that when you start to fear, when you have any type of anxiety, of fear, of feeling overwhelmed, remind that emotion that it's not welcome and it's not bigger than your God. Take a deep breath in. And as you release that breath, try to let go of any fear, any anxiety that you may have. As you open your eyes and you soften your shoulders down, start to feel the body settling. Start to feel the body calming. Take a deep breath in, bring the arms skyward. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift the arms skyward. Breathe out, bring the arms down. This time starting to twist. Breathe in, lift the arms, keep the hips forward, twist to the right, breathe out. Again, breathe in, lift the arms up, breathe out, twist to the left. Last time, breathe in, lift the arms, breathe out, twist to the right. Hold here for a moment, your Ardha Matsyendrasana, your half spinal twist. Remembering our Bible verse, Isaiah 41:10, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. Lift the arms skyward, and now flow to the left. Breathe. Nice. And release. Find your way to look like a table. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. You're in your tabletop position. You lift through your heart here, pressing the navel down towards the floor. This is your cow pose. Nice. Look gently over the right shoulder. Start to feel the stretch up the left side of the abdomen. Maybe pick up your left leg, extend it as far as you can to the right, perch onto the ball of the foot, push against the ball of the foot. Breathe. Maybe staying right here, maybe opening up just a tad more, bringing the arm behind you, coming into that twist. Breathe. Same thing on the opposite side now. I come back to my table. I lift into my cow. I look over the left shoulder now. Maybe I stay right here. Maybe this is good enough. Maybe instead I want to go a little further, picking up the right leg, pushing against the right ball of the foot, looking over that left shoulder at the right foot here, feeling that stretch a little deeper down the right side, maybe even coming a little more into it with a twist. Breathe. Nice. Release back. Moving from your cow to your cat. So lift into your cow pose with your inhale. Then the opposite, your cat. Drawing the navel up into the spine, rounding through the back. Your cat pose. Exhale. Flow back and forth. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhaling, cow. Exhaling, cat. Nice. Release your hips back onto your heels, coming into your child's pose, Balasana. Balasana, child's pose, a place that we say we honor the body. So if any time you need to rest, remember, come here. This is not a perfect practice. That's not what it's about. It's about getting stronger. It's about learning and listening to your body, becoming aware of your body and how it moves, how it reacts, what it can do and what it can't. And the best part is becoming okay with whatever the body does and needs and has and is. Lift up your sit bones, come forward, allow your legs to float as little or as much to the floor as you choose. The more they do, the more the back is going to bend. So if you like a back bend, let those legs float down. If you don't, lift them up, lengthen through the back. You can always modify. This is your King Cobra. Now from my King Cobra, I want to come back into my tabletop. I want to make sure my hands are directly underneath my shoulders. Now in last night's practice, we did a little bit of tiger. So we're going to take it a little bit further. We're going to bring that left knee in. We're going to extend that right leg out, coming back into our tiger pose. Bringing that left arm out, maybe, if that's good for you. If it's not good, keep that left arm back down. But if you can come a little further here, bend through your right leg, push the sole of the foot skyward, and reach back. Maybe I'm just reaching, maybe I'm grabbing onto my heel, maybe I can grab onto the top of the foot and start to push away and pull in at the same time. Creating resistance. Tiger bow. My right hand is always right underneath my right shoulder. Remember, joint on top of joint. Tiger bow. Come back into your tiger. Ease down into your child's pose. Stretch. In your child's pose here, with your arms out in front of you, you're in extended child's pose, a nice stretch of the arms. If I brought my arms back and rested my hands onto my feet or my heels, then I'm in full child's pose. And my body becomes like a shell, like a tortoise shell. My back and my arms kind of encasing the rest of the body. My head is relaxed onto the mat, full child's pose. Very much a resting position. Again, always knowing you can come here if you need to at any time. Bring those arms back out, your extended child's pose. Nice. Lift back up into your table. Now it's the right knee that comes in, the left leg that extends out, and the right arm, if you choose, that opens up. So once again, when we're reaching in different directions, we feel that resistance in the core. So my core is nice and tight. It's helping me balance. I want to stay even on the hand and the knee. I'm not leaning to one side or the other. And my head and neck is flat, taking no strain there. Maybe I can move into tiger bow, pressing that left leg up now, sole of the foot to the ceiling, really activating the gluteus. Reaching back with the right arm if I can. Reaching, grabbing the heel, or grabbing the foot. Opening up through the right side of the chest here. Tiger bow. Very much a balance pose. So if you're working on balance and you need a little bit of help, you can always kickstand through the toes. Breathe. And release. Tiger. Ease back. Child's pose. A nice stretch of the body. Remembering our Bible verse. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Nice. Now, from your child's pose, I want you to glide forward. So ease the body forward, start to push into the hands as the shoulders come above them. Lift into your king cobra. If you can, curl through your toes, lifting the body up, working against weight, your up dog. Then lift the hips, press the heels, your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend through the knees as slow as you can. Put weight into the balls of those feet and then settle down. Child's pose. Stretch. Really feel this stretch through the back, through the arms. Glide forward. Bend through elbows and gently pull. Gently pull until your shoulders get over your hands and then lift. King Cobra. Curl through toes. Up dog. Lift. Hips skyward. Press the heels down. Down dog. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice. Once again, bend through the knees. Push against the balls of the feet. Feel the gluteus activate as you're pushing, creating tension. And then slowly settling down. Your child's pose. Stretch. Breathe. Planting the palms of the hand on the mat. And push into the palms as if they're suctioned to the floor. Draw forward, lift into your king cobra. Curl through the toes if you can and you wish to your up dog. And then drive the hips skyward. Your downward facing dog. Now I want you to lift through your right leg if you can, your three-legged dog. Bend through the right knee and bring it forward. Lift and place. Remember, you don't have to come into your 90 degree. You can make it. And then come on up. Working balance, working strength. Find your high lunge. Settle back down. Slow and sure. Hands underneath shoulders. Low lunge. Lift that right leg back. Three-legged dog. Again, bring the right knee in. Step the right foot forward. Lift and place. Grab the ankle. Make your 90 degree push from the foot. Come on up. Your high lunge. Ease back down. Slow and controlled. Right leg comes skyward. Three-legged dog. Nice. Float forward to your plank. Half or full. Lift to your king cobra. Curl through the toes to your up dog. And lift. Your downward facing dog. Nice. Start to walk through the dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Pressing the heel to the floor. Lifting the hips. Shoulders are soft. Weight is in your hands. Head is relaxed. Breathe. Nice. Moving to the opposite side now. Your left leg climbs. Your left knee comes in. Your left foot steps forward. Lift and place. Find your 90 degree angle. Push from the foot. Slow and sure. Come on up. High lunge. Ease back down. Low lunge. Left foot travels back and up. Three-legged dog. Again, left knee comes in, left foot steps forward, lift and place. Grab onto ankle, come forward, push from the foot. Come on up. Left leg comes back up, three-legged dog. Reach with that leg, press into the opposite heel. Bring that leg down, flow forward into your plank, lift into your king cobra. Curl through the toes into your up dog, lift into your down dog. Nice. Walk the hands back to your feet. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Releasing any tension you have in your head and neck. Just let your head and neck just kind of dangle. Remember, if you need a bend in the knees here, do it. Always modify to what you need. This is your practice. Take a breath or two here. Press the chest towards the upper thigh, stretching through the hamstring. Breathe. So do not fear. I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. Nice. Shift your left hand underneath your face, in between your 2 feet. Raise your right arm skyward into your twist here. Core is tight. Upper body dangling over lower body. You're using your upper body weight. Keeping your back long. Core is tight. Breathe. Rotate through your right wrist if you can. Always good to lubricate those joints. Let that synovial fluid move around as you make motion into lotion. Then release and replace the left hand with the right. Now the left arm climbs skyward. Breathe. Nice. Releasing that left arm down now. Your slow reverse swan dive lifts you up. Your hands marry at heart center. Walk to the top of your mat. What is it that you may be afraid of? What is it that you fear? Tell that fear he's not welcome. Tell that fear he's not bigger than your God. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Uttanasana, forward fold. Your hands come to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Your hands back down as you exhale. Inhale, your left foot back and your right, down dog. Exhaling, flow forward, your plank. Inhaling, lifting to your heart, King Cobra. Exhale, back to your plank. Inhale, lift your downward facing dog. Exhale, come forward with the feet. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, your slow reverse swan dive. Exhale, your hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Really concentrate on the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Forward fold. Inhale, your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, your hands back down. Inhale, step back, left foot and right, down dog. Exhale, and flow forward into your plank, half or full. Inhale and lift, King Cobra. Inhale, lift, downward, facing dog. Exhale, stepping forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale your slow reverse swan dive. Exhale, your hands to heart center. What are you thinking about? What is it you may be fearing? Remembering, God says, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. So, we open up the legs wide, nice wide stance. And we start to bend through the knees. We press the buttocks back and down. We find our wide leg squat, really feeling this in the inner thighs. We can always rest our arms, we know that, to make it a little easier. Keep the heart lifted if you can though, a good long back. Press the buttocks back and down. If you can hover, be here. Now I want you to slowly turn to the right, picking up your heel and just twisting gently to the right. So you just picked up the left heel and gently turned in that leg. Then come back. Try to keep your squat though, stay low. Same thing on the opposite side, slowly twist to the left. So I'm just barely turning that right leg in. I'm pushing against the ball of the foot, and then I come back. Again, just a small minor twist here to the right, and back, and to the left. And back. Hold here. Now, slowly come down. Keep the back long. Keep the core tight. Press the buttocks down. Drop the hands if you can. As if you were holding on to something very fragile. Pick it up off the floor. Bring it to the center. Push into the feet. Lift through the heart. Then set it back down. Pressing the buttocks down to set it down. So I'm bending through the knees to set it down. Then I come back, I tilt up. I come back, I press down. I come back, tilt up. Really lifting through the heart here. Try to bring that heart up. Then set it back down. Should be feeling this in the inner thighs and the quads. And back down. Now, see if we can add on. We're going to lift up, and then we're going to set it down over to the right by the right foot. Pressing the buttocks down. Set it down by the right. Lift back up. Now the opposite. Set it down to the left. Remember, press that buttocks down to come down. Come back up. Again, you should be getting a little bit more rapid in your breath rate, in your heart rate. You're revving up metabolism. You're using those big muscle groups. And lift. Last set. Come to the right. Press the buttocks down. And lift. Come to the left. And lift. Nice. Now I want you to shift to the right in your lunge, your side lunge. Keeping the knee on top of the foot. I can rest here on my leg. I want a good long, straight left leg. I want to feel that stretch in the inner thigh. If I want to challenge, I could gently place my left arm down, raising my right. Lift back up. Find your squat. Lunge to the left, side lunge. Again, keep that 90-degree angle in your left leg. Hover if you can, rest if you need. Have that right leg out long enough that you feel that stretch. You want that adductor, that inner thigh, to really feel that little pull, that nice stretch there. Maybe you can come to your twist. Right arm down, left arm lifts. The less weight you have in that right hand, the more your core is working for you. Your head is relaxed. Your core is tight. You feel that stretch even more now in the right inner thigh. And lift up. Now can we switch back and forth? Come to the right, bend, side lunge, lift up. Come to the left, shift to the left, and up. A few more. Come to the right, bend, press into that foot, tighten through the core. Lift up, come to the left. Nice. Come back. Hold here. Step together. Uttanasana, chair pose. And then full body stretch, really reaching the arms skyward. Maybe reaching to the right here. And then the left. And back to center. Nice. The sun salutation. Surya Namaskar. Once again, remembering that Bible verse, Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Bring the arms skyward. Swan diving down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Pressing your hands back down. Take your left leg, pick it up, extend it back behind you. Your runner's lunge. Now spin through your back foot. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Keep your right knee bent. Make sure it's on top of the foot, and then lift the left arm up. You came right into your extended side angle. Now remember here in my extended side angle, if this is too far down for that right arm to reach to the floor, I can pick it up and rest it on my leg. I can always modify, always. The more I dangle that arm though, and the less weight I put into it, the more my core is working. And if I want to work a little harder, I can wrap the left arm around my back, the right arm underneath my leg, and come into my binding the posture. Maybe you're just reaching back with the fingers. Maybe you're able to meet them. It doesn't matter. Remember, we're not competing. As I come out of this, I bring my right hand back down, my left arm around, and I come into my lizard, much like a plank with a bent leg up in front. So my hands are right underneath my shoulders. My back leg long, I can always set it down if I need to. Lizard pose. Now even if I wanted to keep my back leg down, even if I wanted to modify like that, but I still wanted to challenge with a push-up, I bend the elbows and come down and press back up. Again, I can do this with the back leg down. So modify as needed. Obviously it's harder if you lift that leg up behind you. Bend, push. Keep the core tight. Bend, push. A few more. Bend, push. Bend, push. One more. And lengthen. Nice job. Extend that right leg out and back into your plank. Lift into your downward facing dog. Stretch through the arms, through the back. Press the heels down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Flow forward your plank. Lift your King Cobra. This time ease down. Baby Cobra. Bhujang Asana. Baby Cobra, you know, is all about the lower back. That's what we're doing here. We're strengthening the lower back. So if you have back issues, you be mindful. Otherwise, I I have little to no weight in my hands. I'm lifting my heart. And I notice that the more I lift my heart, the more I feel the back and the core tighten. My head and neck is relaxed. I continue to breathe. So don't hold the breath. Now maybe I want to come a little further into this. Bend through your left leg. Reach back with your right arm. Maybe I'm just reaching, maybe I grab onto the heel, maybe the foot, just like in our tiger bow at the beginning. This is bow pose, but at an angle. So a little more challenging. Again, my head and neck is relaxed. I'm looking down. I have no strain or pain in that whatsoever. And I release. Same thing on the opposite side. I bend through my right knee now. I reach back with my left arm. Reaching, making contact, maybe grabbing onto the front of the foot, maybe creating resistance, pushing away and pulling in at the same time. Bow pose, Dhammayurasana. I always think of donning a bow, Dhammayurasana. Remembering that Bible verse, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. Release through your bow pose. Find your elbows close to your body, your hands under your shoulders, curl through your toes, and push to your plank. Lift to your downward facing dog. Stretch your back. Down dog is such a great posture to come into. Anytime you've done anything to strengthen the back, it's such a great posture to stretch those back muscles out. Go ahead and flow forward your plank. Lift your king cobra. Ease down, baby cobra. Bhujang asana. Push back up, plank. Lift back up, down dog. Now it's the left leg that rises skyward. The left knee comes in. The left foot steps forward. Lift and place. I spin through my back foot and I bring my left hand now to the inside of my left foot. My right arm climbing skyward. I'm in my extended side angle on the opposite side now. Bent leg in the front, long leg in the back. Again, I can always pick up this hand and this arm and rest it on my leg if I need to. If I want to challenge, I wrap the right arm behind, the left arm under, finding the posture. Just something fun to try. You do not have to do it. Just an option. Releasing the hands to the inside of the legs now, spinning through the back foot. I come to my lizard, just like a plank with a bent leg. So I still always want to have joint on top of joint. So my knees on top of my foot, my hands are under my shoulders. Again, I can always set the back leg down. That's always my option. And then I can start to work a little bit if I choose with those push-ups, bending the elbows, pushing them up. A little less challenging with your back leg down, but still challenging. But if I want to make it more challenging, I lift through the leg and come into the push-ups. Core is tight, especially when I come down, because I'm bending through the elbows and I'm taking off weight. A few more. Down, 10 up. Down, and up. Couple more. Down, and up. Last time. Down, and up. Nice. Swing that left leg back into your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stretching that back out. Step the feet forward. Uttanasana. Forward fold. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Nice. Let's move into one more sun salutation. Lift the arm arms skyward. Swan dive down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Press the hands back down. Take the right knee into the chest, the right leg behind you. You're in your runner's lunge. Go ahead and set the back leg down. Push from the front foot and come up. Bring the arms skyward and together into your low crescent. Nice. Let the arms gently flow behind you, opening up through the chest. Maybe coming forward, putting weight into that left foot, tightening through the core. And then flowing, inhaling up. Exhaling down. You determine how far you come into this. Maybe it's very slight. Maybe you like a bend in the back. If you do, be careful. Squeeze through the gluteus. Relax through head and neck. Tighten through the core as you come down. Push into the foot. Again, lift. And lower. Nice. Bring the hands back down to your low lunge. Marry your left foot to your right. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Flow forward to your plank. Chaturanga down. Lift King Cobra. Ease back. Baby Cobra. Push back into your plank. Lift into your down dog. Let's do that again. Modify as needed. This is a lot of arm work. Flow forward to your plank. Chaturanga down. Lift King Cobra. Ease down. Baby Cobra. Push back. Plank. Lift back. Down dog. Now it's your right leg. Always ending with the leg we start with. Right knee comes in, right foot steps forward. Find your angle, 90 degrees. Set the back leg down. Push from the foot, lifting into your crescent. Breathe. Bringing the arms back behind you, opening up through the chest. Maybe hovering forward, tightening through the core as you come forward. Starting to flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhaling, lower. Settling the hands back down. Your lunge. Marrying your left foot to your right. Uttanasana. Forward fold, your slow reverse swan dive. Brings you up. Hands marry in heart center. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Moving into balance. Remember, if you're working on balance, you can always make sure you're close to a wall or a chair. Never put yourself into an unsafe position practicing balance. That's not what we're attempting here. So I want you to pick up the knee, flex through the foot, and this is however high you want to raise it. Maybe I want to keep my toes close to the floor. Maybe I've lifted my knee way up. Then just like I'm opening a door, I want to open up that hip. So bring the leg to the side. The rest of the body stayed the same. Let that leg glide on front of the other into your piriformis stretch. Slow and controlled if you can. Pick up that leg, bring it forward. Forward. You determine how little or how much you lift it. And then we move into it again. Bend through the knee. Open up. Slide over. Extend forward. Settle back down. Same thing on the opposite side. Pick up the leg, the right leg this time, or the opposite. Bend through the knee. Notice when you bend through the knee, you tilt through the pelvic area, you draw the navel in. You're using your core to balance. Then we open that hip. We're just letting that leg flow out to the right. Keeping the body just as it was. Try to keep the crown of the head to the ceiling. Glide that foot over. Stretching through the piriformis here. Then extend out. Again, bend, open up. Maybe much better on one side than the other. Glide over. And extend out. Nice. Settle down. Let's find our way to the mat. Remembering Isaiah 41:10, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Bring the arms skyward. And keeping the hips forward, twist gently to the right. Wrap the arms around the body. Draw the navel in. Press the right elbow down. Bring the chin over to the right collarbone. Breathe. Same thing on the opposite side, lifting up now. Keeping the hips forward, twisting to the left now, wrapping the arms around, drawing the navel back, pressing the left elbow down now. Remember, keep that core tight. It's going to want to protrude, but draw the navel in, twisting gently by keeping the hips forward, protecting the lumbar spine. So I'm twisting from the upper thoracic spine. I'm drawing that left shoulder back and pressing the left elbow down. Bring the chin down into the collarbone if you choose. Breathe. And release. Swan dive down. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Ardha Uttanasana. Settle your hands under your chest. Extend your left leg back. Wiggle your right toes to the left. Coming into your pigeon. Remember, pigeon is not for everybody. So if this doesn't feel good, swing that left leg around. Relax down onto the mat and bring that leg on top of the body. It's the same thing. It's just that you don't have weight on top of the hip. We're using our body weight to open up that hip. Breathe. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders as you marry your right foot back to your left. and your plank. And then step your left foot forward. Bring it over to the right, under the chest. Finding your pigeon now on the opposite side. Breathe. From my pigeon, I'm going to release that back leg around. Have my legs out in front of me, draw my feet together into cobbler's pose or butterfly. And I'm letting the knees just flare out. I'm lifting through my heart here, drawing my navel in, stretching through the inner thighs. Breathe. Nice. Let the knees come together. Give them a hug. Press the chest towards them. Stretching through the back. Maybe allowing the face to come skyward if that feels good. If not, let the head roll over or let the chin find the place that feels the best for it to get a nice stretch. Nice. So step your left foot out just a tad and then scoot your buttocks forward and ease onto your forearms. Take your right leg and set the outer ankle on top of that left leg and let that right knee flare out. Flex through your foot. We've done this quite a few times already, but stretching this piriformis is always a good thing. Good thing to keep that muscle nice and strong and flexible and lift it off of that sciatic nerve that lies right beneath it. I may want to lift up my left foot here and pull that knee closer to the face so that I stretch through that right leg a little bit more. And then I release back down, set the right foot out and up a tad, pick up the left. Same thing on the opposite side now. My outer ankle on top of that right leg. I flex through the foot. I let that knee flare out. Tight core. Maybe staying right here, getting a good stretch. Maybe intensifying by picking up that right foot, pressing that right knee towards the face, getting a deeper stretch here. Breathe. Nice. I'm going to set my feet down. I want my left foot on the left edge of the mat, the right on the right. And I want to ease the upper body down to the mat. Allow that right leg to just float down, that right knee to float down to the left foot, stretching through the quadricep. So you should feel that right up the center of the leg. Nice stretch there. And then if I gently drop the left knee as well down to the left, then I lift off the mat with that right buttocks, and that stretch on the right moves up into the hip flexor a little deeper. So I feel that stretch extend from the knee all the way up into the hip flexor. Such a great stretch, especially if you've been sitting a lot today. Now join your right leg on top of your left and let your gaze come to the right. You come right into your twist. Nice. Pick up your right foot, set it on the right edge of the mat. Let your left knee float down to your right foot. First, just that leg, feeling that stretch up the quadricep. And then as I gently drop the right knee as well, then I feel that stretch move up into the hip flexor. Pick up the left knee and place it on top of the right knee, coming into your twist. Bring your gaze over to the left. Nice. Now pick back the left foot back up and set it down. Set both feet about hip width apart. Your arms are alongside your body. Your palms are facing down. You're pushing into your feet, lifting the buttocks up. You came right into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. So I'm squeezing through the gluteus. I'm pushing into the feet. I'm drawing the navel down to the spine. I'm trying to form a nice straight line from my knees to my hips to my shoulders. But do what you can. Lift up those hips as much as you can. Bridge pose. Remember, I can make this a little more challenging by lifting the heels up, pushing against the balls of the feet, creating a little more tension. And then slowly ease the buttocks down. Bring the knees to the center of the chest, pushing the lower back into the mat. Maybe I crisscross through the ankles. Maybe I bring my gaze skyward. Maybe not. Do what feels good for you. Hug onto the knees. Hopefully not your last hug today. And then releasing the legs into the sky, into up the wall pose. And then finding your way down, whichever way is best for you. Maybe it's to bend your knees and set your feet down and slide your legs out in front of you. Maybe you can bring your arms underneath your back and slowly lower the legs down, really using the core. That really works the core and the back muscles, so always be very mindful of that. There's no need to hurt. Find yourself into Shavasana, Yoga Nidra, deep relaxation. Allow your body just to settle. Allow your mind to do the same. If any ounce of fear comes up and you notice anything that you have anxiety over, anything that you fear, anything that's overwhelming you, remind that emotion that it's not invited. It's not stronger than your God. And your God has told you to do not fear and do not be dismayed, because He is your God. start to bring movement back in your body. Allow the body to move. Whatever it calls on you to move. Move. And be appreciative of that. Remember to thank God for things that you do and your attention are drawn to them. Take the time, that very moment, to say, thank you, God, to be able to move. Thank you to be able to have been here practicing yoga. Thank you for this time alone, even this time. And help it to strengthen me and strengthen all of us in such a way that we will come out better, that we will come out of this stronger, and that, God willing, we will come out of this knowing that He is our God and He never leaves us, and having a closer relationship with Him. When you're ready, rotate over onto one side or the other. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, push with the opposite arm and bring yourself up to that seated position where we all started just a little while ago. Always remember, we're in the same place, we're on the same mat, we're in the same position. But we are not the same. We're not the same. Thank God we have a chance to start all over again. A chance to put our fears to the side and to move forward in faith and in hope and with love. We end our practice with that simple salutation, Namaste. It simply means the light and life in me honors and respects the light and life in each of you. In our Christian life, we believe that light to be Jesus Christ. I hope you felt the warmth of His presence, and I hope you're able to go out now and shine His light on those who are in darkness, on those who live in fear. Tell them, show them that He is their God. He is our God, and He's bigger than fear could ever be. Namaste.